Hey family, Julia Rose here. I pray this finds you at the precise time you need it. I wanted to deliver messages to you today from Spirit for Love to see exactly what it is that you needed to hear right now. So one of my beautiful clients, Christina, she recently gifted me a few different decks, and I wanted to bring some messages to you today with them. But first, for those of you who haven't signed up for my full moon sound bath today, and it's this evening, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you've been feeling incredibly overwhelmed by the Cancer full moon in a really interesting tango with Mars retrograde, the anger, you should really come, because I'm going to ground the fuck out of you, and I know you need it. So come hang out. Tickets are $10. The link is in the description box below. So let us get into the messages. Today for you, we're going to be using the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful imagery. Soft, gentle energy feels like the biggest solution to your frustration right now. But also, it's a time where if you have been biting your tongue and not expressing certain frustrations that you've been feeling, certain boundaries being violated, breathe first and gently communicate what it is that you're feeling. Because I know some of you are going to be inclined to tell people to F off. And if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. I would just say, take time to think it through. Some of you are needing extra time to decompress. I would recommend salt baths. Salt baths or baths with tea tree oil are incredible for releasing. Or if you have rosemary oil, using a little bit of that in your bath, that would really... Or if you have a little bit of Florida water, adding a couple of drops of Florida water to your bath will activate the entire thing. All of these are designed to help you clear, which is what we're going to be doing tonight at the Reiki sound bath. So, ooh, that's a lot of energy that's getting ready to clear because it glitched. Okay, super excited to bring you more full moon messages today. What do you need to know about this full moon? Well, before you check out the full moon messages, my guides want you to come over to Patreon to experience and receive all of the messages and extended energy healing sessions there for just $17.77 a month for daily videos, plus pick-a-cards at least once a week. Then exclusive channeling sessions with Cryon, Dolores Cannon, Lorraine Warren, plenty more who I am not allowed to announce yet, but there will also be 2 monthly live Q&A sessions where you'll be able to come and bring your questions. And then the weekly energy healings. Ooh, the downloads. Ooh, whoa. I can't do them more than that for you because it would take too much time for you to integrate, and I'm not trying to send you into a recalibration coma. Okay. Here we go. Full moon messages for you. So a lot of you have been experiencing a lot of anger or a lot of doom. If you haven't checked out my message about the future of Earth that I posted yesterday, please go check that out because this is a bit of a addition, but it's more connected to that message. You're feeling a lot of what the Earth's timeline is shifting onto, and there are a lot of things taking place right now, especially with the tectonic plates. They just keep shifting like this because the timelines keep shifting like crazy. So that's creating earthquakes, that's creating tsunamis, that's creating a whole lot of devastation. And so if you haven't already joined me for my prayer candles, my Reiki charged prayer candles, please check out my community posts every day and just send some love, send some of your prayers through the comments into the candle, because it's collecting all of the energy that you're putting in with positive intentions, loving intentions, healing intentions into the candle so that it can continue to ripple across space and time to help heal the earth. So your full moon message is really about how much you're balancing your emotions. You're balancing your emotions, but also figuring out how to stay grounded enough that you can continue to show up and do what you have to do no matter what. And this is a very emotionally charged, disciplinary energy because we have Mars also in retrograde at this time. So the first card that came out was the Mystic Rose: compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. This feels a lot like High Priestess energy, but it's about divine feminine surrender, divine feminine wisdom, which is, yes, it's a lot about the heart-centered healing. Like you can see that the rose is held over the heart chakra, or at least one of the roses. But I'm feeling that you're learning how to balance your compassion and your discipline, if that makes sense. It's like some of you have been struggling to take action because you don't want to show up for something that's not going to give back to you, but the law of attraction says that the more that you share, the more that you are given, so you can continue to share. So the next card that came out was the Breathing Rose: heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. So I want you all to be mindful that in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a lot start to pan out with regards to collective global timeline shifts. So just be mindful and take care to continue alchemizing your own energy and tapping out of that. As soon as you start to feel that frustration that you can't really pinpoint, understand that it's the global energy and it's the grid that's shifting dramatically. So send your love, send your prayers. That is genuinely one of the best things you can be doing at this time. And then we have open. Say yes, expand through the extremes. I love that message. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. Trust God. Trust that God knows what to do. Trust that God knows what God is doing. God knows what God is doing with you. Your guides know what you're capable of and what you're here to do. So they're setting you up for the best possible course of action at every given moment. And I feel like some of you, you've been so wounded in the heart that with this Cancerian energy, it's just like everything's being brought up to a head. All of these triggers taking place because of the Mars energy kind of, it feels like I don't know what the actual angle is, but it feels like it's squaring this energy if it's not in opposition with the moon. It's all trying to it's like I'm seeing like a pepper grinder. It's all trying to break up this heavier, dense energy in your body, in your heart, so that it can be released, alchemized, transformed, and then used in service of something else. So trust that everything that you're being shown, everything that you're being guided to step up and step into right now is in your highest interest. Take your passion and engage it in the service of the greatest good of all. And that feels like the biggest message here. And there it is, the Anointed. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. The Anointed. That's you, light worker. That's you, starseed. Answer the call. Expand through the extremes. The more that your energy bodies expand, the more your emotions get shaken up, because it's like you're being stretched open and shaken to allow all of this stuff to release, so that way it doesn't hurt when you're in this more expanded energy. You're just releasing everything that's getting you onto this new timeline. You've been praying for change. You have been praying to move up and out and into new circumstances. You've been praying to receive greater abundance, greater prosperity, the love of your life, the career of your dreams, whatever it is. You've been praying to receive these things. When you set that intention and God hears you, God will then say, okay, that means you're also ready to let go of everything that's standing in the way of that. It's not one without the other. You cannot be full of something and be open to receive something else. So as you're moving through these purification symptoms, these ascension symptoms, you're releasing what doesn't serve you. But at the same time, it's not just something that God is going to say, okay, I'll just take that, I'll take that, because they're ready. Part of the releasing is your preparation to receive. They go hand in hand. Your releasing is your preparation to receive. You're letting go. You're learning through the friction. You're learning through the emotions. You're learning through the triggers is teaching you how to be open and receptive to the gifts and blessings that are on their way to you. So please be mindful at this time when you're feeling all of this incredibly heightened sensitivity, incredibly heightened emotional expression, that it's preparing you. You're being prepared for what's next at an individual level and also as a leader of the collective, the anointed. For some of you, you're going through an initiation process by taking the Kundalini Reiki system master course with me because you've been called to be a healer. You've been called to work with energy and work with people directly and work with Gaia directly. If you're feeling like that's something that it aligns with you, please sign up for my first course starting on January 21st. There's only a couple of spots left, so hurry and grab them before they go. Links in the description box below. More about the Kundalini Reiki system, more about the course, and everything you need to know in order to succeed. And yes, my training is very ADHD friendly. As someone with ADHD, I understand how you learn. I understand how you need to receive and integrate information in a way that is most supportive to you, which is why the 2 weekly sessions are mandatory attendance. Well, the first on Tuesdays, if you don't show up, you're not getting your attunements, and then you're not going to be learning anything. The second class a week is to go deeper into the weekly module, all of the materials, and then to answer all of your questions. And that way we can all learn from each other's questions and each other's lines of thought as well. It's an 8-week course. There are no levels to Kundalini Reiki system. By the time you finish the training, and I mean it's an intense training. If you've taken my boot camp, my Shadow Work Bootcamp, you already know how it's going to go. That has, for those of you that took that in advance, you are highly prepared for the pace that this course is going to go at energetically for you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you, like, when you commit to this, you have to show up. 333 on my clock. Because if you don't show up, if you don't commit to your daily practices every day, you won't receive the attunements. Not because I'm not trying to give them to you, but because literally your guides and my guides will not allow me to attune you. So, what else do you need to know about this full moon energy today? Full moon in the wolf moon. Full moon in Cancer. January 13th, 2025. What do you need to know? When you're in this emotional energy, please don't start projecting it over your future timelines, because that's going to be a whole sweeping mess that your guides have to clean up. Don't create those timelines. Don't create that reality for yourself. When you're feeling emotional and you're feeling down, talk to them about it so that you don't have to, so you don't project that over your future. Okay? I feel like that's probably the loudest message here. Is there anything else from the Rose Oracle that you need to know at this time regarding the full moon energy? Okay. The wild rose, do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness and untamed. The wolf is very independent. The wolf is a humble leader and does not take instruction or direction from anyone. This energy is calling you to trust that You can own your uniqueness. You can own your own path. You can own your own direction. Like, you know what? I think I'll take a moment and give you an example where I reflect here with you. I never thought that I would own a business. I never thought I'd own a business. I never thought that I would teach Reiki. I never thought that I would do half the things that I'm doing today. I never thought that I would have a YouTube channel with a collective of 16,000 beautiful souls. I never thought that I would enjoy making content. I never thought that I would enjoy this, but I trusted that every single step of the way, my guides were lining me up for what was in my best interest. And it turns out that I'm way happier now doing the things that I do, doing the things that I love. Knowing that God is supporting me in creating a life for myself that is aligned with what really satisfies my soul, what is aligned with my vision for how I can most positively and widely share my healing, share my energy, share my heart. I had no idea that people on the internet would become my friends and would actually take me seriously. Everything that you've ever desired is actually encoded in your intuitive nudges. Your intuitive nudges are literally your guideposts, your guide marks for how you can go ahead and pursue what it is you desire. So I'm hearing open up, open up. Some of you are needing to share more. You're needing to give more. And not be afraid of fully just committing to what it is that you've been wanting to pursue, what it is that you've been wanting to... Yeah, okay, so that's the way I'm going to interpret that card, because you might take this another way, but as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and put it where it fits. As you start to pursue your joy with abandon, with like wild, just I'm doing it. It's creating this feedback loop, this vortex for you that continues to lift you up and propel you in the direction of having the successful outcome of whatever it is that you desire. It's all coming to you. You just need to say yes and believe that it's here. Enjoy the process of getting there, knowing that the joy that you experience now is also the joy that you're going to experience when those things happen. And your joy expands. So the more you focus on your joy, the more your guides and the divine, the law of attraction, universal law wants to bring you things that create joy. So a lot of you are getting really worked up with all this frustration, with all of these triggers. Please take care to note what it is. Send your love to it. Send your love to them, whatever it is. And redirect yourself to joy. It's a really loud message. This card is rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. I'm hearing you already know what you need to do. Oh my gosh, I can't even make this up. It says, come to me. Attracting like a rose, receive, abundance, desires. When you give your all to the things that you love, God will continue to bring you things to support you in continuing to give. Candle's going crazy over here. And on the bottom of the deck, we have codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step, which means you already know what to do. Any frustration is over the fact that you've strayed a little bit from the path. But you know what you need to do to get back on track, so don't delay any further. Take the next step. That's the message. If you're interested in a private reading and you need a bit more of a boost in connection with your guides, please book a reading with me or an energy healing session if you're feeling like you need some of this clearing. And if you want to go deeper into your shadow work, sign up for the bootcamp on Udemy. It's 6 weeks of guided meditations, weekly themes that are going to assist you in helping you find the perspective in each of these triggers that is going to give you the freedom and the release of the burden that you've been looking for. And if you're interested in joining me, not just for the full moon ceremonies, but for new moon cacao ceremonies, check out the link in the description box as well. Finally, if you're interested in updating your closet without breaking the bank or giving more of your money to fast fashion, which Gaia abhors, check out juliarosescloset.com. The link is in the description box. Your first month is free. I love you so much, family, and I will see you so soon in the next one. Take care.